Hello everyone. I am so glad you have joined me today. I love sharing my ideas with you and I hope I inspire you with today's creation. And here it is. Isn't it cute? For our card today, we are going to be using the Dragonfly garden set. I use this dragonfly, this image, and the coordinating punch. This is a bundle. All right. I also used my sentiment, which came from Framed for You, Thinking of You. I love that these are smaller. They're perfect for using in other ways. So let me pull in our measurements and we'll get started. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is I need a piece of scrap paper that I'm going to stamp my dragonfly on, and I stamped it in Memento. All right. So I'm going to ink it up. Oops. Didn't get the center. Flip it over. There we go. Better. Always have two sides. Now to color in the wings, one of the images they have are the artsy looking kind of wings. But these wings, or Misty Moonlight, is a really dark color. So what I did was I inked it up and I off-stamped it and then I stamped it on there. And then you're going to say, but Robbie, it doesn't work on the other side. And watch, it does. Just flip it over. It is so close, so close. So now we have our dragonfly done, except for his body. And I wanted sparkle. So I added a little bit of Misty Moonlight to a block. And then I took my Wink of Stella and I pulled that ink out. And I'm just going to color him in all the way down. And then all I have to do is scribble until it runs clear and my Wink of Stella is fine. So I'm going to set that there and let that Wink of Stella dry a little bit. And let's get the rest of our card put together. You need a piece of 4 by 5 1/4. And the reason I did this is because I added some ribbon, I wanted it sturdy. So I took my pieces of Dandy Garden DSP that's 2 5/8 by 4 inches. And I used 2 different patterns. So you can use whichever patterns you want. And I'm going to take and add this one to the bottom. And I just made it even. So the white is just to, come on, it slid too far, too far. Come on. Well, I got it. Not too bad. All right. I just didn't want this to add that ribbon. It's just physically impossible. So I just took and added it to a piece of cardstock. And then it was easy to do. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this, make it even at the top. And I didn't worry if it overlapped, and even on the sides. And stuck it down. Now, I felt it needed something in there, so I thought our denim ribbon would be perfect. I tried a couple of things. I really wanted something linen-y or whatever. There wasn't anything thick enough. So I just chose to use the denim ribbon. And I'm going to take and I'm going to add that to my card base, or to my panel, I should say. So I'm adding some tape right over it because I want to make sure my ribbon stays in place. And I thought that denim went really well with the Misty Moonlight. So I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to add it to the center, covering up those lines. So now you can't see that it's joined. All right, and I'm going to add another piece of tear and tape on top to sandwich it in place, just like so. Take the backs off. All right. And before I put my glue on, I have my card base that's Mossy Meadow, and it's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and I'm gonna fold it in half. Use my bone folder for a crisp fold. Now I'm gonna add some glue to hold it in place. When you put this down, make sure you put it down with the right way, because it's easy to mess it up. All right, so there's that. I'm going to take my punch and I'm going to punch out my dragonfly now. If you have the retired dragonfly set, this would go with it. This dragonfly is smaller than the other one. I almost threw that in the trash, thinking it's one of the scraps. All right, now I need to add this with dimensionals, so I'm going to flip it over on the back, and I'm going to put a dimensional on each wing. And I forgot to cut some, so I'm going to cut some in half real quick. All right, so one dimensional on each wing and then one in the middle, just because it's a large space, so I don't have to worry about it collapsing in the mail. And now I just lost all my pieces, so now I gotta pick them all up so I can throw them away. And of course, naturally, it's going to stick to me. And then I just added that dragonfly down here in the corner because I wanted to see some of the other colors. Now for my sentiment, I took a scrap paper and I took the Thinking of You and Mossy Meadow and I stamped it with the Mossy Meadow. I then went and I checked out the layering circles. They were layering ovals. They were too big. So I went back to my punches. And this is an old punch, but it's a tiny punch and it fits in here. This fits in here perfectly. So I punched it out with that. And then I thought, well, let me check the ovals and see if the scallop one works. Well, it was the same size just about as this one, so I pulled out my retired scallop punch. Sometimes I use my punches because I want it to go fast, quick and easy. And so that's the reason why I go back to my punches, because they are quick and easy. I haven't gotten rid of too many punches. I have quite a few. All right, so I added that on there. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. And it goes on our card. I need one more. There. Like so. And I just added it down at the bottom. All right, and remember, no naked cards or envelopes. So I stamped that dragonfly and colored him in just like I did on the front. Have you signed up for my newsletter yet? don't miss out. I share every week ideas for cards and give you the tutorials so that you're all set. Head over to my blog and you'll find the spot on the side to sign up for my newsletter. And while you're there, order some of this gorgeous paper in that bundle. It's so much fun to play with. I would love for you to help me out on YouTube. Make sure you click the subscribe button below so you don't miss my videos. If you want to be notified when I upload a video, click the bell next to it. Thanks for visiting me today. Have a great day.